afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Site, Defender of the Fatherland, off into an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Also, quick note, this is from the old patch, by the way. I'm doing this because, well, I learned right now they're doing the patch now because I had no time to prepare, and, well, in a sense, I just want to have this is a good fight, and also, might highlight, why some of the patch changes are needed. And just also because, it gives me time so I don't have to necessarily rush out a match with a new patch. So, that's allowing me to maybe find a good match with a new patch more easily, so you just get that going. So, there is that. So, patch, don't worry. Tomorrow there'll be a match with the new patch up and all and everything. But just, very suddenly just fired it out there. I just want to get out one more match here from this because it was pretty good. We got Guardians for Drought here for Frost with double section Vickers for Sexpistole, fighting for King and Country of the Commonwealth. Taking on the role here of the 11th Armour Division versus Frost's 116th Panzerdivision Minhund with assault support, Luftwaffe supply and Jaeger infantry versus mobile assault, advanced emplacement and special weapons. Rank points on the west, securing territory there and hitting here and there. Got the Grenadier squad moving eastwards here for Frost and Fatherland. So there we go. Sexpistole is securing control of the central house here as the section moving eastwards, sweeping forwards to grab vital resources to support the King's royal armies. Points in the west, being short sandbags up to defend the victory. Point against any harassment there from Sexpistole. Second Grenadier squad on the way there for Frost. Moves towards him. You can see that Sexpistole is rapidly digging in a trench, which would obviously, after the patch out, there'd be a neutral one, so now the enemy can actually use them. So it'll be interesting to see how British players react to that, and for that matter, how many will be aware that from now on, that once the patch hits, that is, well, technically this episode is from after the patch hit, but will be out once the patch hits, obviously. But once the patch out, how many will realise that they can't no longer just expect the trenches to not be running by the infantry. University on the one there for Sexpistole, at least I think so. They did that. I might be making mistakes here. Bit late in the evening again, I suddenly have to put this out. So, University on the way for Sexpistole and the 11th Armour Division, grabbing points here in the east. Morton on the way there for Frost and the German army. And there you go, University rolling out there. It was used for a lot of purposes: reconnaissance, transport, and tractor purposes, and a weapons platform. Also, there's a fun fact: the Russians received a whole bunch of them and actually used them for their own reconnaissance troops. Another fun fact is the Germans would also use them for quite a few purposes, including in some cases they just take off the treads, or the sort of check mechanisms, or whatever we call that, and use that for converting upper blitzers into upper Maltiers, then use on the Eastern Front. Mortifying the machine gun here, quickly forcing Sexpistole to abandon that position. It is not particularly sturdy against artillery. University is moving up the east side, they're going for the Grenadiers. Third section almost down for the Sexpistole. And the section moving up here. University covers the Grenadiers there. A few shots fired. Vic is covering up the area around here, the west of the house. And the Grenadiers seem to be losing out. There's a section in the University they go down to 2 men. Frost needs to reconsider their positioning there. He would strongly benefit from it. The centre Grenadiers remain here in the west point being secured. M4 remains here, basically ready to deal with anything. Though there's a small strip of territory. Once Sexpistole becomes the machine gun can flank for, just assumes there's one there hiding. Love to see what happens to their pioneers. Pushback noting S-Marts there, good job by Frost. Mortar firing down back in the house, but at the same time the University with the Vickers K and the Sexpistole, they're going to hit the mortar. Good work there by Sexpistole. Good flank. More Grenadiers around there for Frost and the 116th Panzerdivision Minhund. There you go, going straight for the mortar there. Cutting down the mortar crew Grenadiers running out there with a Panzerfaust. Not quite fast enough in the calf point there. And it quickly skipped. Nope, we got a Panzerfaust off. They got a Panzerfaust off. Damaging the University. There goes using self-repair. Grenadier squad number 2 moving into Panzerfaust it. And it survives with the tiniest level of health. Basically countering 2 Panzerfausts for 15 munitions. That's gotta feel a bit rough there for Frost. I mean, that was 50 munitions counted by 15. Another MD42. The Frost helped you with all the infantry. Could also go for another mortar, which does seem popular with some players. We're currently trying to take a hit faster for saving some light vehicles, and some panzer going to do that way, trying to increase the pressure and tempo against Sexpistole that way. But he opts for now machine gun. Back at Sexpistole's base, we got the armoured car there being requisitioned. Mortar bank in action for the fatherland. The 8cm Granate in the Alpha. Bombarding the machine gun's position. Fun fact, in the early stages of the war, it was actually designated as a heavy mortar by the German army. The middle sort of medium mortar would have been a 5cm mortar, I think, actually. That might have been, I liked it. Oh, wait. That would have been. I don't think they actually had a heavy mortar. Might be wrong there. A medium mortar, they basically had the light and the heavy for some reason. No medium, but the light one would have then sort of been a platoon level mortar, sort of 50mm. That could be much more easily crewed, but that sort of got removed once they got hold of the 120mm mortar from the Soviets, at which point they sort of shifted a bit things further forwards. So a little fun fact there. S-mines help protect the fuel point there. That we got the AC soon out here for Sexpistole. Almost got the fuel point there. Also, the S-mines makes it difficult to just run through the trench there. But the AC can just reload the S-mines pretty easily, no worries there. I think in an actual situation, at least the tyres would have been pretty much ruined by the S-mines. Let's go pushing up for this against the MD42. Veterans in North, so no chance they've been sending armor position or just tear through it. Machine gun there being flanked here slowly. Section moving in. Dealing with another section, need to retreat soon enough. Need to retreat. Oh, they're low in health. They could get wiped here. Frost isn't paying attention. MD42 firing the other section, not firing this one. Actually taking a lot of damage from a suppressed infantry section out of cover. I mean, just look at that. They're down to almost half health. And like, they are in heavy cover. That's that seems a bit wrong, honestly. I mean, just look at that. They're actually killing it and beating the machine gun while suppressed. I mean, obviously the machine gun isn't continue suppressing them, but still that looks a bit wrong. M14 troops in the centre. Mortar firing away. You might have to treat this MD40 because of that. AC going for the Grenadiers there. But he's going to have to retreat the MD42 now. That's going to get wiped in a few moments. The other MD42 pushed back. Mortar so far with no kills. Fourth section for Sexpistole. Losing control of the west there. And there you go, Vickers up on the advancing Pioneers. We do have the light to make a nice company out here, but nothing yet out of it from Frost. Cutting off at least the fuel point there, good work. Troop ceiling reinforcing. Grenadiers healing themselves up. At the front lines, it doesn't have to treat them. But the armoured car, this snipes a Grenadier from another squad. Bit of a loss there for Frost. I'm guessing he's going to go for a pack forward here to help deal with the AC. The longer term, you might want to consider pushing out for medium armour as fast as humanly possible here. Versus Sexpistole, because Sexpistole, I imagine, is going to be rushing for medium tanks as humanly fast as he can, because he's now got both fuel points plus the British advantage of being able to attack fast. But so far, nothing further from Frost and Magnus setting up resources and manpower for the Pack 40. The Panzer up there can only field sick. Attack towards the west, they're going to move there. Ping behind the tombstones with a Panzerfaust. There you go, Universe go down to less than half health. AC can push it, and it is coming the flank with an MD42 as well. Oh, need to retreat the Grenadier squad over the close to the S-mines, very close. Incendiary pills around, tank through the section. And there you go, S-mines going off, but there we go, got a kill, low on health, low on health. Mortar Falter running down so far. Still not a single kill there. Not a single kill. It's got veterans on, but it hasn't killed a single soul. Back forward, they're ramming here for Frost. allowing him to finally deal with the AC in a slightly more consistent manner. Mortar though continues to absolutely miss the bloody mark here though. He's really not doing Frost a lot of good. The Sex moving straight up to the MD42 though. This time it's pinned down, so it's less effective by far, even with the negative cover. As I imagine they're going to do is actually force back the section. So Frost has successfully pushed back Sexpistole there, though of course he's got a lot of troops there. And they're bolted, so it'll be even harder to push back from the front now next time. As Mark's going down there, as he's also trying to get the fuel point, the AC those ruining it a bit there by moving about. And still on a tick up there for Frost. He might want to do that as soon as possible now. MD42 back in its position. Seems like Frost will slight defensive posture as he waits for things to get ready before making the next big push there against Sexpistole and the 11th Armour. And there you go, Sexpistole using that fuel advantage he gained from holding both fuel points for several minutes to push ahead for medium armour as fast as possible. Frost making a big push to the fuel point here, supported by the Pack 40. He's anticipating the AC being around that he's coming to it when he makes his push. West there, oh dear, MD42 being flanked, but there you go. Might be able to suppress both sections. They're too close to each other. There we go, but needs to reposition the machine gun, but he might not have him because he's too preoccupied with these. We got flamethrowers up for the Pioneers, allowing them to flush out the Tommies from the trenches. There you go, he's repositioned the machine gun to cover up there. Nice reaction there by Frost. Burning up the sap support, but the Gunneries Pack 40 MD42 covering it all. In the centre, we got the Gunneries securing the victory point for the fatherland, and back here we got tech up for Frost. Opening up in the trench there. Pioneers about to hit the mine. There we go. Half the unit gone in the blink of an eye. Continued assault. TMD42 might want to pop into the armor pits, but ultimately though Frost is going to need more support here. And tech almost done there. Just need to build the support core then. He's about to lose the Pioneers to the AC there. He's not careful. Assault continues. They're going to need squad able to support here. There you go. And send the armor pigeon on to increase the damage. Good work. There's certainly no one heavy cover. There you go. Section moving in that doesn't care about the Gunneries opening up there without light machine gun. They're not much of a threat there against the infantry section. And by the time they have it, the section is all in a good condition. And again, there's a small chance. Oh, rifle grenade off! Oh, got the section right, but the MD42 might still die here. Oh, he's trying to retreat it now, but it's going to retreat right in front of the Vickers and get wiped. Still got a section up. That's a small victory there for Frost as long as he can recover the MD42 and deny it to Sexpistole. The Thunder Grenadiers push back there. He's still not building the support core. He's going for Panzer Grenadiers though. That's an excellent choice. That is an excellent choice. There's a lot of these sections, particularly on the Panzer Grenadiers tend to work out quite well. Push for the cuff bomb there. Sexpistole makes an aggressive shift there against Frost. Very nice work there. Very nice. Support core to finally going to go for a Panzer formation as soon as it's done. In the south, almost got the fuel point back for King and Country. But aggressive tactics here from Sexpistole, swiftly shifting axis of attack there and pressuring Frost here and there as Frost desperately tries to contain it. There goes Apollo up, and he's almost got the resource for Panzer IV here, and he's going to lose the MD42 there to Sexpistole. A big loss there for Frost. Don't think the rifle will be able to turn things. Oh, he got cancelled because he got suppressed by the Vickers. Almost got the AC with the Pack 40, but not quite fast enough here. So now Sexpistole is going to have 2 machine guns against Frost 1. But he will be able to push out the Panzer first, gaining a slight tactical edge there. Now the question is, can he utilise it to full effect versus Sexpistole and this dastardly Inselaffen. Vickers now covering the western fuel point here. Frost in a slightly sticky situation, to put it mildly. Successfully pushing back here, going for the cop one. He's did not fuel that way. Good. Good. He cancelled the Panzer Grenadiers though. That's a shame. That is a shame. And we got a doctoral choice. It is assault support here. Frost seems to be very fond of it. Might go for another blitz to set up on the munitions point here. And there you go, Panzer IV arriving for Frost and Vaterland. He's going for another Pioneer squad. Possibly, I imagine, for minesweepers, but also I imagine for just additional repairs for the Panzer IV, which is definitely the right choice. Panzer IV working up with the Grenadiers. Trench down. Grenadiers there, rifle grenade here in the section, and nice hit there. Rifle grenades obviously now up here for Sexpistole, increasing his men firepower. That's going to certainly increase the challenge for Frost, which they're going to then require light machine guns for Grenadiers to then have an actual chance. Still no tank for Sexpistole despite having the resources. What is he planning? Is he planning comets or something? Or is it fireflies or calling tanks like Crocodile? Could even be Churchills, I guess. Grenadiers need to fall back here. You got Piets and plenty out here for Sexpistole. He's upgraded some of his section with Piets. He really does not like that Panzer IV. Certainly has a bit more than a sense of a stall strategy, which would indicate again either something like Crocodiles and why he hasn't gone for tank hunters is a bit curious, or he's planning comets, Churchills. Although we got the open blitz out here for Frost and Fatherland. Moving ahead, they're ready to supply Frost and C116 funds to be shown with extra resources to allow it that extra aggressive drive versus the Tommies. The Frost managed to go territory. Should probably try and hit the points. He just harass and force Sexpistole further into defensive. The more he can maintain initiative, the better for Frost. And of course, with this, he can then supply extra munitions, providing extra munition, fragment strafing runs, and of course, fragmentation bombs. I mean, he's getting 63 munitions per minute, which means in less than every 3 minutes, he can actually call in a strafing run if need be, which is going to make it much harder for Sexpistole to use his infantry. Mortar's finally gotten 6 kills, I guess. Both players dancing around each other a bit here. Stug on the way for Frost. He's obviously assuming his opponent will be going for tanks soon enough. Panzer rolling, might try and hit the base with a base rate by Frost. You rarely see this, but it can be surprisingly effective at times. Catching section out in the open. Good hit there, 2 men dead. Forcing him to retreat units to actually engage. Frost Panzer on the base, forcing him to attack in a sense his feelers. Very good move there. We've got a 6-pounder gun more, which certainly indicates increasing his stall strategy here from Sexpistole, because he go for a crumble of Firefly here. So, what is Sexpistole planning? What is he planning that's requiring all of this? Oh, nice hit there on the engine there for the Panzer IV, slowing it down, maybe giving his sappers a chance to hit with the Piets. We'll get this anti-tank guy in there. Needs to actually pull it back there. Frost might push his luck a bit much with the Panzer IV. Stu 3 arriving there for Frost. Finding the east here between Grenadiers and Sex. We got the MG42 suppressing the Grenadiers there. Rifling the MG40. Oh, never mind. Already repositioned. Both pioneers moving in there. Stu moving up to support here for the Fatherland. Sex being bled out. Still nothing going on there. Still no indicator what exactly he is planning. And that's really the big question. What the devil is Sexpistole planning here versus Frost? Oh! He can actually grab the info-2 back, except he doesn't have a 4-man unit that can do it. Sappers being bombarded by the Panzer IV. Grenadiers need to retreat. Got strafing run and a bombing run already. Panzer IV being repaired. We got a big push. We got both tankers in. They need to pull back with the Panzer IV here. Ooh, gotta be close here. Gotta wait on this. Need to retreat. The big push here. Air support, the right position could do a lot here. Maybe allow Frost to turn the situation around pretty aggressively. They would really benefit from some Panzer guns. He got machine, but of course been forced to fall back. He most has gone, so he can actually easily counterattack this. Panzer Grenadiers will do a lot there, but right now with only 3 Grenadier squads and all of them pretty much need reinforcement and healing, he has got no option for dealing with this, because a single Panzer IV and a Stuke is not going to be enough either. So he might want to consider at least another infantry squad just to have more infantry to support his attacks and counterattacks. And a Panzer Grenadier squad would still be an excellent choice for these sort of things. Fixing up the Panzer Kampfwagenfear in the east. Grenadiers advancing for the fatherland. In the centre point here before true ready to deal with that. Though there's another section moving in. Panzer Wall fixed up. We got the AC moving ahead though. Right into the line of fire of the Stuke. Or not. Just beyond it seems. Mortar needs to retreat though. 9 kills veteran 3 hit hard here in the east. Could grab the MD42 now there. Would definitely not be a bad idea for Frost to get another MD42 back. Panzer IV is gefechtsbereit. Mortar being shot to bits here. Oh, he's not, I think, paying attention. I think he's forgotten about the mortar. And he gets wiped by Sexpistole's infantry sections. Still nothing happening in the base of doctrine there for Sexpistole. He really needs to choose one soon. And at the 20-minute mark, there's just not much being gained from not choosing one. It's my general rule of thumb. But he does have little to support the anti-tanks. There's a chance he could actually wipe out the AC, steal the anti-tanks, at least destroy them, and deny them to Sexpistole, which could allow Frost to gain a big advantage in the fight. And the other doctrine, it's advanced in placement at this point in the game. That's pretty late. That's generally way too late. Could this be a misclick by Sexpistole? Like he's just trying to man so much and accidentally chose this? That is rather outstandingly rare. Got the MD42 there, good work. Got the Vickers there, which could actually steal, in which case he actually have 3 machine guns, which would actually give him an advantage over all the 4 infantry sections, I think. He could stay up for a target tank now, could go for another Panzer IV. As for Sexpistole, we finally got it. He's going for hammer tactics. It is comets, but he's been so delayed here, to be honest. So delayed. He could used to be pushing comets up by now, to be honest. I mean, he has the fuel for it. He's had the fuel for it for quite some time, so this definitely feels a bit sloppy there by Sexpistole. I was about to say Frost, actually, but that wouldn't be fair to Frost, now would it? It's not his fault that Sexpistole is not going for comets when he can. But there you go. Second Panzer IV on the way there for Frost. Hammer tactics ready here for Sexpistole. I mean, we'll get to see the comet tanks. Rifle grenade here could be quite effective, then low and help enough to actually have a chance of wiping. In the south, big infantry push here, MD42 repositioning to cover the fuel on the victory point. So good. Panzer IV almost good to go. In fact, with both Panzer IVs, they could actually counterattack the infantry, destroy it. And we got so many mistakes there from Sexpistole. He's acknowledging he might have made mistakes here.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
There you go, sorting into the MD42. He's going to need to rush down his tanks immediately. Could not yet call in air support here. That was only turning the situation completely in Frost's favour here versus infantry. There you go, the Luftwaffe strikes. The Stuka swooping down like a Reichseagle with machine guns on it. Pretty much locking down the area there. With the second one, he can actually then consider pushing for a target now, just going for second Stuke. That would also be pretty good for Frost. 2 Stukes, 2 Panzer IVs. It's a pretty solid armoured force that could deal with a lot of armour and infantry. In particular, remember to upgrade his Panzer IVs machine guns for added anti-infantry damage, though so far Frost is not doing that. Question here, Sexpistole, will he actually consider going for Centaurs to help deal with all the air support that Frost is calling in here? Unlikely will. Or is he just going to stick to comets? Unless he's not even going for the comets, that'd be a particularly weird thing now. I mean, even weirder than going for advanced placement this late into the game. Oh dear, this seems a bit of a mistake there. Frost has been got his Panzer IV. Pan forgot with the potential there for the anti-tank guns. Ah dear, he's going to lose the Panzer IV, yeah, to the 6-pounder guns and the AC there. He got the section wipe, which is something, but the Panzer IV loss is quite costly. And there is now a comet on the way there for him. Is he taking out himself? No. So he's going to be in a bit of trouble. He might actually want to consider a second orbital blitz, actually secure a fuel point on just another point so he gets more fuel. I mean, whatever he can do to push out fuel will certainly be a good thing there for Frost, but he needs to retreat the machine gun before it's lost. And he has to recruit that. One I destroyed. Oh no. There you go. He's lost his MG42 again. Armour remaining static. Gonna lose out numbers. A lot of Bren guns. It's getting absolutely annihilated. Calling in fragmentation bombing running the anti-tank guns. Problem is the terrain saved one of the anti-tank guns. The huge assembly of wooden logs basically just shielded the 6-pounder gun from the bombing run. He should have called in from the other side, have called in more diagonally, it would have worked out, but instead he called in square in there and didn't consider that they would be caught up by the terrain there. So that was actually pretty lucky there for Sexpistole. And there you go, Comet arrives, sandwiching the Panzer IV between a Comet and a 6-pounder gun. This is pretty bad. Here we got a Pack 40 point, we got the Stuke supporting, at least the Pack 40 somewhere in theory nearby to support. Oh, he's going to lose the Panzer IV. He's lost both of his Panzer IVs in a short amount of time. Oh, he might get the Comet though. It's low on health, low on health. Ah, no, he pulls back the Stuke. He doesn't want to go into the 6-pounder gun's range, but I suppose does make sense. That means the Comet gets away. Now he gets the anti-tank gun. Stuke there right in front of this, the AC. But there it goes. Slows down the engine, preventing it from going after the Comet. Got the Pack 40 moving up there. Can he see it? Can he shoot? Shoots. Misses the Comet, but the Stuke gets the AC. Sexpistole is actually incredibly low now and forces down to 2 sections, the sapper section, machine gun, and the Comet has Frost has several units. Oh dear. That was a quick reversal in many ways, of course. You can recruit the anti-tank and stand the back against Frost, but still, those are some heavy losses there for Sexpistole. But the Comet is certainly doing what it can here with its 77mm gun and machine guns. So in fact, the 11th Armour Division was in fact the first division to actually receive the Comet tank. Frost going for Panzer Grenadier, might be planning for a Tiger now. Or he might just consider more Stukes and Panzer IVs. I mean, versus a Comet, a couple of Stukes is going to be quite a cost-efficient measure in dealing with this bastard. And there you go, Sexpistole is aiming for a second Comet already. Oh dear, this is going to get brutal. This is going to get very brutal, I think. Quick grab the centre victory point there. Frost got a decent lead over Sexpistole. A decent lead. Fixing up the Stug. Panzer gun is going to be sending up Pack 40 as well. Comet being worked on with the under-strength sapper squad. It's going to take some time to actually fix up the Comet. Munitions. Is he building a munitions cache on top of it? Honestly, they're better off actually setting up another blitz. I mean, if he wants to protect the cutoff point, sure, but like the upper blitz would give him more munitions and more fuel. So I'm not entirely sure he's building a munitions cache there. I mean, again, he benefited also from more fuel because that'll help with more armor versus Sexpistole, which is obviously going to be going for more Comets than one. Pack 40 up now on the one of the Comets. Need to get the Stug down there. He's close to the Tiger tank. Oh, we got smoke on the Pack 40 there from one of the Comets. Good work there by Sexpistole. Infantry trying to deal with the cannon. We got air support called in there to deal with the infantry supporting the tanks. Good work. Stug is not moving though. He needs to get the Stug down there to support. Oh dear, it's not moving. It is static. It is unmovable. He's very close to the Tiger tank though. Pack 40 shoots, gets smoked again. They couldn't cause attack round, which of course makes it less accurate. Panzerfaust fails to do any serious damage to the Comet. More sappers for Sexpistole. There you go, Tiger tank out for Frost and the 116th Panzer Division Windhund. Troops seemingly reinforcing. Need to support the Tiger with the Stug. And infantry, and of course the Pack 40s here. Stug moving in. Good, good. Reinforcing. Oh dear, Stug's going to get ambushed here by the Comet. Straight hit there through the side armour and the armoured skirts here with a 17mm gun. That could easily separate him. Tiger tank Pack 40 moving up. He needs to be careful, There's a Comet on the flank. Frost. Comet on the flank. Scheisse, fall back with the Tiger. Plus, of course, there's a 6-pounder gun from the front here in this case. Down to half of already. Need to get the Stug back in action. Pack 40. Ah, dear. He forgot about the Comet gun. Artillery strike called in on the Pack 40. Tiger needs to go there. Need to get the Stug in there. Attack move, Frost. No, he's pulling back the Stug. Oh, no. The Tiger gets stunned by the artillery strike. The Pack 40 is being destroyed. And the Tiger goes down. A complete mess of an engagement here for Frost. Tossing away at edge he gained here. Now Sexpistole is back in control with 2 Comets. Stug was too slow in getting in there. Too slow. In fact, he didn't even get in there before it was too late. Shot bounce there. Shot bounce. Close to 80 feet. Oh dear. Needs to be careful. Frost. 9. Don't throw away the Stug. Scheisse. He just threw away his Stug. And it was close to eventually 3. That was his best hope long term of dealing with the Comets, but now he's tossed that away. And the Comets are decimating his infantry. Need to retreat the remaining grenadiers. That was an absolutely horrific engagement for Frost. He didn't get a single Comet, yet lost his almost ace Stug and his freshly arrived Tiger tank, completely scuttling any immediate chance of victory there for Frost. Any immediate chances gone. Kaput. Gonna do that. That's the Comet. Yeah, not good, not good. Nasty hit there. Pioneers moving out in the open versus a lot of Bren guns. Really bad idea there for Frost. And even worse for the Pioneers. And now he's got a lot more sappers up, meaning he can repair his tanks even faster. Frost just going for Stugs. I definitely feel like this munitions cache was a definite mistake here by Frost. Like, it just... He doesn't need more munitions, he needs more fuel. Now, again, he could just gotten the same here with the Noble Blitz, would have given both more munitions, more fuel anyway. So you'd have a Noble Blitz over here, which would have given a lot more fuel. This just feels like a mistake there by Frost. We'll have to see if it bites him in the arse completely, but I don't think it's particularly doing him a lot of favours right now. Particularly not with 2 Comets out in the field. Assault support does not have any anti-tank aircraft. There you go. Trying to seal the Pack 40 that's quickly disrupted here with the Comet. High explosive rounds puts a very definite end to that attempt for now. He might just want to destroy it with the Stug, to be honest. He obviously needs to build more distance between the Stug and the Comet. Of course, that also means, you know, emergency war speed if there's a Comet out, obviously, and that means he can suddenly quickly outmaneuver the Stug if he's not careful. In particular, since there's nothing supporting the Stug. He could try and grab the anti-tank again, but that's going to be a bit risky here for Frost. Also, one thing though, he's got a lot of munitions, and there's one thing Frost has not been doing, which has been laying down telemines. There's all this armor about there. I mean, telemines would be an excellent investment. Oh dear, there you go. Stug was in a weak position. There you go, getting swamped here by the Comets. He's trying to improve the 6-pounder gun turn against the Comets. And there, good, down it goes. Might be able to get one of the Comets here with the Panzerfaust 6-pounder gun combo. White phosphorus on the 6-pounder gun. No Panzerfaust. There you go. Comet down. Small victory for Frost, but still, armoured losses are horrendous here as Sexpistole in the 11th Armoured cuts through his armoured forces. Up here, Cash is protecting the calf point, but it's quickly been dealt with by the Piets anyways. He could try and call in air support or a bombing run on them, I guess. 6-pounder gun building distance there to avoid he's been cleared out. Good work, but fragmentation bombing run. Oh! Straight the machine gun supporting here, but doesn't even get a full wipe. They does blind the Comet crew for a bit. Gets the machine gun crew.
Heavy machine gun crew
Machine gun getting flanked here by the sappers though. Need to retreat. This is highly chaotic. He's trying to steal the machine gun right in front of the Comet. That's pretty bold. And the White Frost is going to make it much easier to get whacked anyways. I guess it happened faster here than Frost can react. But he got away with it. Good for him, I suppose. I'm not sure the Grenadiers would agree with those chemical burns. Coming in there for the 6-pounder gun. Panzer Grenadier advancing. Veteran 2, they should have a decent chance. Particularly with a bit of air support, you should be able to turn that engage from the west here completely around. There you go, forcing away the Tommies. Good. Is he playing for another Tiger now, or is he just sort of concerned with all the manpower losses and not, you know, setting up for Stugs? Hitting the point here, great reinforcements here as well, healing out. Pioneer's going to do setting out. Comet lands another devastating hit against the Grenadiers. Veteran 2 could hit Veteran 3. That would definitely be not very good news for Frost and the 116th Panzer Division. There's Pioneers getting bombarded there. Bren fire from the fuel point. MD-40 support now to tank support though. 6-pounder gun got destroyed. And there you go, White Phosphorus ruining Frost's infantry. The White Phosphorus ability is a really potent one and really low cost, to be honest. And the ones that really know how to use it are certainly also the nastiest players.
We're losing a capture point.
Bit of harassment here and there, going for the calf point again. Frosty's got the resource with Stu, but it seems like he's trying to set out for the Tiger again. I mean, if he's going for a Panzer IV, that's suicide, because the Panzer IV will not stand a chance against the Comet. Comet's just too good. And there you go, White Phosphorus on the MD-42, forcing retreat there. Big infantry push here. Infantry counter push. Comet closing in here. Second Comet on the way again for Sexpistole. Frost with more Stugs. He needs to somehow try and get more than one Stug at a time to have a chance here. Coming in there, White Phosphorusing both Grenadier squads, pretty much ruining any attempt at them defending any further. Section push back there. Grenadiers almost being wiped out. Push for the cut-off.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Sexpistole in a rather strong position. Another Comet out. So again, we got a lot of Comets here for Sexpistole, and Sexpistole just showing the people why they are so great, and why I'm not more, surprised why more people aren't going for them. Because the Comet is basically what the Panther's supposed to be, but isn't, if you will. A premium tier medium tank. Comet striking in here. Getting Grenadiers out in the open. MD-42 dealing with Saboteur, going after the Comet. But he's going to need another Stug to have a real solid chance. There you go. Stug flanking. Target weak point available here. Saboteur sections. There you go. 6-pounder gun sniping the Stug. He's going to need that fixed up schnell. And at this point, Frost might want to just consider getting a Pack 40 to have an extra chance, as the Comets, of course, the issue is with White Phosphorus about. They can easily just shoot the pants and render them inoperable. At least much easier to deal with. Flanking the M42 aggressive here with the Comet. Though in the M42 in this case is able to get away fast enough. Frost getting back closer to the second stroke here. He needs that extra stroke. He just needs that extra firepower. There you go. Another stroke for Frost. Another stroke for the 116th. Now the dangerous thing is here, if Sexpistole is going to try and aim for the third comet, they're just going to go for some support. I mean, he could consider centaurs to help deal with infantry, support weapons, and dealing with any air support Frost and Corn. He's got 400 munitions running about. He's still not using it particularly efficient, which again just begs the question why the munitions cache and why he's shifting to the other blitz. I mean, if really is going to keep at it, he really should consider laying down a lot of telemines, at least that way, try and trip up the comets, because if you could catch the comets in the telemine, that would really increase Frost's chances massively of winning here. Also just dealing with them. Oh, the attack's a mistake here for Sexpistole. Sexpistole gun not paid attention to the gun, it is wiping out with light machine gun fire.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
Second Sugar Army now for the German army. Trying to steal the anti-tank gun, but yeah, that did not work out well at all. Second Stuke down, you support the first Stuke. Comet misses. Oh dear. And you've heard holding up behind some increasingly vanishing tombstones there. Comet's going after the Stooks here. Oh dear. There we go. He's going to be focusing on one of those Stooks. That's not going to be enough in time here. Target weak point. Buys him some time, but not enough. Not enough for two Comets about. Far from enough. And between one bit to two, which is better turret rotation and other bits. There you go. Done some damage. Good. Telemines over to make it that with a telemine here for someone prevented the Comet from flanking. So really what I think Frost needs to consider is laying down a bunch of telemines and just, that way making it harder here for Sexpistole to use his Comets aggressively, even use them in the first place. But you had to been a telemine here, maybe some here. He could have probably at least dealt with one of the Comets, at least had a better chance of getting the first Stuke out of there. Got one, but the Comet takes it out nonetheless anyways. White Frost with an attempt to stop the infantry horde there. Technically out of control, but apparently very polite, the Comet crew there. Not crashing into the other tank. In fact, making sure to get out of the way, so his rudeness wreck does not disturb anyone. Don't worry, chaps. We got this out of control. Oh no! I shall get into this convenient position so don't bother the rest of you. That's typical British out of control. Another Stuke of Frost, they're looking pretty horrendous here. Getting the machine gun there would certainly help out a bit. And maybe getting the anti-tank gun would certainly also assist.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
So many Stooks though. So many Stooks lost. Tragically. Grenadiers reinforcing, healing. Grabbing the western fuel point. Comet very close to Veteran C3. And that's becoming an ace. That's going to be a problem there for Frost. Fixing up the Comet.
We're losing a capture point.
Stuke opening up there. Now the shot missed. Pioneers need to fall back. And Pack 40 around there for Frost. There you go now, the strafing run here as Frost wants mobilized in the Luftwaffe. Comet versus Duke though, 1-on-1. Target weak point there, taking the Comet down to roughly half of. Good work. Still need to be careful with that Duke. And finally we got a Pack 40 out here. Western victory point being harassed here though by Sexpistole's men. Mortar still abandoned there by him. Looks like Frost is going to try and deal with that Comet. Shoots, hits a strip. But there you go. We got veteranly free grenades now throwable automatically. And it's even more mobile. Means it's going to be even harder to catch here for Frost. But he's going on nonetheless. He's on the hunt for Comet. Panzer doing that. Still taking a hit there. Now, target big point. Oh! He gets it. He's veterancy too. But the Comet there is so fast he can actually outmaneuver. There you go. Grenade stuck on the Duke. Pretty sure those aren't sticky grenades. Fragmentation bombing attempt to get the Comet. And dodges it all. Now he has to fall back with a Stug, meaning the veteran free Comet gets away. The ace survives to see another day. In the meanwhile, Sexpistole is going for another Comet. No idea what Frost is planning here though. No idea what he's planning. But 24 kills. 5 vehicle kills. 5! It's destroyed a lot of armour. I mean, that's amazing.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Troops being pushed back, troops being reinforcing. Stug being fixed up. And trenches being dug down here to help defend the centre victory point.
Have a new Comet tank.
Now they come around there for Sexpistole. Sweeping in. Blows apart a tombstone spectacularly. But nothing else. Stug being sent westwards. Need to get the Pack 40 in there as well. There we go. I think it's going to make it hard for him to move the Pack 40 in there. Careful, Frost. Careful. 4646. Scheiße! Rückzug! Rückzug! Oh, it's too late. It's too late. The Comet's already are sitting upon it. Pack 40 opening up. But it's going to be too late for the Stug. It's too late. Fragmentation bombing around coldly in the sections. Oh, they're bunching up by the trench. Oh, he almost wiped 3 entire sections with a single bombing run. Oh god, the carnage. Some of them just bunching up into some kind of grotesque thing. Just look at that. Oh god, I mean, that is just horrific. Grenade on the grenadiers, they're gonna get wiped! No, they're not. Now that's a strike on the Pack 40, forcing him to pull away there or be destroyed. No! No! He moved into his own artillery! He threw away his own ace like that! Oh no! Oh, don't tell me it's gonna get away! And it, no! Panzerfaust, Otto! Phew! I mean, if it had gotten away despite getting hit by its own artillery, that would have been absurd. Then all that's going to be happening here. There's bound to just one Comet having essentially nuked his own ace. I suppose Sexpistole wanted to give Frost a sporting chance. Just all of those dead Brits. Like, they just got stuck by the trench because there's such an error point and they're like, get moving, get moving. Do you hear something? I don't care, get blah. Splat. And there's one man traumatized who survived through it all. Only survived because everybody else's bodies were shielding him from the fragments from the bombs.
Capture point is being overrun.
I think Frost is trying for another Tiger tank now.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
So pushing back the Pioneers' victory points whilst they're still pretty close, both of them. Still pretty close. Not entirely sure if this Tiger plan is the best one for Frost, but it seems to be what he's committed to now. And if he isn't, I mean, he needs to really get his action. Oh, smoke round straight on the Pack 40. Good work there by Sexpistole. Spot before Frost realized what's going on there. And there you go, catching the Pack 40 with the infantry, wiping out the crew, leaving Frost without a much under tank there. Those burn sections are highly lethal. Highly lethal. Hitting the victory upon the west, but there you go, got an infantry carrying up. They're close to veteran defeat. And he's trying to deal with the sections. Getting a bit ugly there, getting a bit ugly. Comet moving in. Pack 40 said, oh, he's moving in the Pack 40. What are you doing, Frost? Oh, he lost another Pack 40 easily to Sexpistole. He's just lost both of them. They can now call in his second Tiger tank. Wow, Pack 40 somehow surviving orders. There you go. Setting up, reinforcing. Pack the blocking for the Tiger's pursuit. Now, of course, the issue of the Pack 40 there, which Sexpistole is accruing. Need to be careful there. Tiger shoots, misses. Pack 40 moving in. Pack 40 there, so ready to find to the side of the Tiger tank. Good work there, but Sexpistole, first shot bounces or misses. Oh, do you need to fall back? Need to get some infantry in from the other side to clear out the Pack 40 fast. And he's going to lose the Pack 40 now. Panzers. Oh no, fully reinforced. Oh dear. Oh, they're sending in the Tiger in. Oh. Another comment for Sexpistole though. Another comment. Playing out the Pack 40. Unit wipe, Grenadiers annihilated. Looking pretty bad here for Frost. Looking pretty bad for Frost. Attempted white Frost was around there. Machine guns are plenty, just suppressing all of his troops. Fragmentation bombing around in the midst of all of it. Will it be in time now? Comet almost taken out here and got one of the machine guns. Second Comet sending out. Tiger with half health moving ahead. No anti-tank support. And there you go, getting flanked again. And penetrating from the front of the other Comet. And he's going to lose a second Tiger. With that, I think it's going to be GG here for Frost. Since now his forces have been utterly destroyed. He's got no anti-tank left. He's up against two Comets. Yeah, I think it's game over here. I do not see Frost turning this one around. He's going for another Stuke though. Problem is he's losing all of his support weapons here to Sexpistole at the front line. There you go, Glamp Rich with an F. Problem is they're not going to get nerfed that hard, and certainly not on the bits here. And the Comet's getting untouched, which I think is fine. It's just comparatively the Panthers nowhere near as good. Machine gun blasted here. £90 left, 89. Final Stuke from Frost. White Frost was down, blocking the line of sight of this Stuke. and just being murdered. We got Panzers trying to flank in here. They're going to be caught right here by the Comets and the machine guns supporting the Comet. Pushing the Stu right through it, but that's going to be right in front of the Pack 40s and the Comet. That Stu's going to quickly focus down here by Sexpistole. Betty to the second Comet here, and there you go. Stu goes down with that GG, game over. A loss for Frost, a loss for the German army. A victory for King and Country, certainly displaying the power of the Comet, but also good flanks here and just, you know, reasonably good use of the artillery. I mean, his doctoral choice was a little weak and, you know, didn't do much there, but in the end, the artillery strikes at crucial times certainly had an effect, including almost destroying his own Comet. But really, the Comet was just the star of this match, and, you know, had he had that shooting pro, could have dominated more. The issue in part with Frost was just, he had a lot of munitions, didn't lay down intel mines, which like helped a lot there, but also his Stu tactics were a bit, you know, awkward at times, you know, too slow to arrive, but they never arrived, but they came ahead too far. They lacked infantry support, which made it easier for Sexpistole to just surprise them and destroy them. And he also tends to sort of muck about with his Pack 40 as well. So there's some tactical flaws there for Frost, which allowed Sexpistole's Comets to be even more effective. So at times Frost was close, he just wasn't able to sort of really push through there due to some of those mistakes there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. And thank you all for watching. A big thanks to all those who support me on Patreon. You're all wonderful people. See you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. We'll be going up forwards with the new patch. So thank you all and see you. Cheers.